Start.
Hello all. We are a team of 5 called the Fantastic Five. We have made this project under the Sports for Tech theme for Hack for Sport Hackathon. We aim to provide a platform for the sports industry to take better informed decisions by leveraging on the advance of technology. Our interface consists of the home page, the about page, the analyze page, and an open search box page where better decisions can be taken by the sports industry.
So now we are going to see the overall IPL analysis. So here, as you can see, here in this pie chart, we can see the maximum runs scored in the IPL league, which is by Suresh Raina. And then we can see the maximum wickets in IPL league, which was taken by Lasith Malinga. And then maximum tosses won by a team, which was by Mumbai Indians of 85. And then winning percentage in the IPL, which is more for Chennai Super Kings when compared to all the other teams, which is of 60.3. And then we can see the runs distribution. So we can say from this box plot that if we want to predict, we can say that Gujarat Lions is consistent in scoring runs, while Rajasthan Royals, as you can see, is not consistent as they have performed and scored comparatively less in many matches, and this can be seen as outliers. And then we can see most man of the matches, which is given to Chris Gale the most with a score of 18.
Now coming back to the another part, which is individual player analysis, where user get a option to select any of the player between all the players available, where he can perform a particular analysis. This feature is very useful when we need to predict or see the details of a particular player in order to know in future what will be the performance of the same player. For example, here comes to Ravindra Jadeja. We can see Ravindra Jadeja has mostly got out by catch. So by this we can actually say we can put a spinner before the player so that he can get out. This decision can be useful by the coach to make their team won before the match. At the next analysis comes scoring types of Jadeja. Jadeja generally scores on leg side more and in 1-2. By we can actually set the fielding setup. The next let us come to the next graph. It is runs against all the team. So it is very much essential to make the team before every match. Some of the players has to sit on the bench and some of the players has not. So based on these graphs, the performance versus all the teams, we can actually take Jadeja to play particularly against KKR and Kings 11 Punjab, because he had scored very much runs against that particular team. Whereas we can see against RPS, he had scored very less runs, so we can make him sit. So these decisions are very useful to take beforehand so that a perfect team can be maintained. Let us come to the next graph, which is most wicket taken by Jadeja. We can see Jadeja has performed very well against RCB and Rajasthan Royals. It means this versus this teams, Jadeja has to made played because he had performed very well in past, so in future also he will perform good. Okay, let us come to the next graph. So against we had seen there are many kinds of batsmen like Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma. Making them out, we need a very good bowler, so we can take a decision from this graph for which batsman which bowler should be used, and also which bowler are dangerous for Ravindra Jadeja. We can see Amit Mishra has taken 4 wickets of Jadeja in previously. So Jadeja may not perform well before Amit Mishra. Let us come to the next part, which will be explained by my friend.
So as mentioned and explained by Sayantan and Samita, We have analyzed the individual players, and we have also analyzed the IPL analysis, overall IPL analysis. We actually procured this data set from Kaggle, and it contains the details of all the players and the team till 2020. Now, coming to the individual team analysis, let us, for example, take Kolkata Knight Riders. Here, we have taken the average score of Kolkata Knight Riders against all the teams. For example, we see that in the first graph, there is a bar graph that's plotted and the teams are given. And through this, we understand that the performance of KKR when placed against these teams is how it is different and how it varies. This helps the players and the coaches understand their strengths, and it helps them to take better decisions in terms of the practice and the number of players to be played, the kind of players to be played in that particular match. Next, we come to the next graph, which is a bar plot. This bar plot is a run distribution scored in innings against all the teams by KKR. Here we observe that there are outliers. We can infer that whenever there is an outlier, the score with that particular team can be varied. For example, here we see that when played with Mumbai Indians, the rate of KKR getting out is very less. Sometimes they may get out at 74. So the performance can be better analyzed here. Next, we come to the last graph of this analysis, and that is the highest scores taken by that team players. We see that Gautam Gambhir has the highest number of runs with 3.04K. This is the major analysis that we have done as a part of our project for Hack for Sport Hackathon. We also included an about page where we gave the project details, the project information, and the description about the project. Thank you.